Major League Baseball has delivered plenty of unforgettable moments, but the decade from 2000 to 2010 was as turbulent as it was thrilling. Fans witnessed jaw-dropping records, historic controversies, and infamous moments that changed the sport forever. From steroid scandals to shattered dreams, the 2000s delivered a non-stop roller coaster that no one saw coming. The era was undeniably dominated by one controversial shadow: steroids. While performance-enhancing drugs were officially banned by MLB in 1991, the absence of widespread testing made the steroid era flourish unchecked. This contributed to record-shattering offensive numbers, notably the home run boom. Power hitters who once seemed ordinary suddenly became titans at the plate, fueling suspicion and excitement simultaneously. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa's unforgettable 1998 battle to break Roger Maris's single-season home run record catapulted baseball back into national prominence. Yet it also planted seeds of doubt. McGwire openly admitted to using androstenedione, a substance then permitted by MLB but banned elsewhere, casting a lingering shadow over his achievements. But the peak of suspicion arrived in 2001 with Barry Bonds. Bonds shattered McGwire's record by slugging 73 homers in a single season, a feat so remarkable it immediately drew skepticism. Bonds, McGwire, and Sosa later became central figures in baseball's darkest hour, the steroid revelations. The floodgates opened fully with the Balco scandal and Jose Canseco's bombshell autobiography, Juiced. What followed was a wave of scrutiny that culminated in the infamous Mitchell Report of 2007, authored by former U.S. Senator George Mitchell. Nearly 90 players, including icons like Roger Clemens, Alex Rodriguez, and Rafael Palmeiro, were implicated. MLB's credibility took a brutal hit, forever altering how fans viewed the achievements of their favorite stars. As steroids gripped baseball headlines, memorable rivalries and shocking controversies unfolded elsewhere on the diamond. In 2000, New York's two teams battled for supremacy in the legendary Subway Series. But this classic clash of boroughs became unforgettable for an entirely different reason: Roger Clemens versus Mike Piazza. Earlier that season, Clemens hit Piazza in the head with a pitch, causing a concussion and igniting tensions. When the two met again in the World Series, Clemens hurled a broken bat shard dangerously close to Piazza, creating one of baseball's strangest and most debated incidents. The Yankees went on to claim their third consecutive championship, but Clemens and Piazza's bizarre altercation overshadowed the baseball itself. Just 2 years later, baseball faced another shocking embarrassment during the 2002 All-Star Game in Milwaukee. The game ended in a 7-7 tie after 11 innings because both teams ran out of pitchers. Commissioner Bud Selwig's awkward, embarrassed shrug became symbolic of the mess. In response, MLB overreacted by giving home field advantage in the World Series to the All-Star Game winner, a widely criticized decision that altered championship outcomes for years to come. The following season, 2003, delivered unforgettable heartbreak. Two iconic franchises, the Boston Red Sox and Chicago Cubs, both desperate to break decades-long championship curses, came heartbreakingly close to glory. In the ALCS, tensions exploded when Boston's Pedro Martinez threw at the Yankees' Karim Garcia, sparking hostility. Moments later, a fastball from Roger Clemens towards Manny Ramirez ignited an infamous bench-clearing brawl highlighted by Martinez famously tossing 72-year-old coach Don Zimmer to the ground, an indelible moment etched in baseball infamy. Meanwhile, the Cubs faced their own nightmare in the NLCS against the Florida Marlins. With Chicago just 5 outs away from the World Series, fan Steve Bartman deflected a foul ball from Moise Alou's grasp. The Cubs unraveled spectacularly, losing both the game and eventually the series. Bartman instantly became the scapegoat for a city's collective anguish, despite numerous other on-field failures that night. Baseball's turbulent ride continued with more steroid revelations in 2005, as McGwire, Sosa, and Palmeiro appeared before Congress, producing one of the sport's most awkward moments. Palmeiro's emphatic finger-wagging denial, "I have never used steroids, period," became painfully ironic after he tested positive just months later, permanently damaging his legacy. Amid this chaos, some players did maintain their integrity. Legends like Ken Griffey Jr., Derek Jeter, and Albert Pujols became beacons of purity amidst widespread distrust, players whom fans could confidently cheer for without skepticism clouding their accomplishments. But controversy returned again in 2010, this time in a stunning umpiring blunder. Detroit Tigers pitcher Armando Galarraga was 1 out away from a perfect game when umpire Jim Joyce mistakenly called Cleveland's Jason Donald safe at first base. Replays clearly showed the call was wrong, but without full replay review, Galarraga lost his place in history. Joyce later tearfully apologized, while Galarraga graciously replied, "Nobody's perfect," producing a poignant moment that transcended bitterness. The decade also saw unlikely champions and unexpected heroes. The 2003 Marlins shocked the baseball world by defeating the powerhouse Yankees in the World Series behind rookie phenom Miguel Cabrera and pitcher Josh Beckett. Beckett, on short rest, shut down New York in a Game 6 masterpiece, marking one of baseball's greatest underdog triumphs. The Red Sox finally ended their 86-year championship drought in 2004 in dramatic fashion, becoming the first team ever to rally from a 3-0 deficit, stunning the Yankees in the ALCS. Boston's victory exorcised generations of misery, forever changing the narrative around one of baseball's most haunted franchises. Yet, despite joyful moments, the steroid era's shadow persisted. Public skepticism remains, with Hall of Fame voters divided over whether to honor players suspected or confirmed of cheating. Bonds, Clemens, and McGuire have all been denied entry, their legacies forever marred. This decade, defined by unprecedented home runs, steroid scandals, and infamous meltdowns, reshaped Major League Baseball. Records that once felt untouchable became suspicious. Integrity was questioned. Legends became cautionary tales. Moments that thrilled fans also left them bewildered and cynical. Still, baseball endured. Through controversies and triumphs, MLB emerged scarred but resilient. Rules changed, testing improved, and the sport vowed to restore its reputation, though lingering doubts remain. Fans learned to savor brilliance cautiously, understanding achievements could come with hidden asterisks. Looking back, baseball's chaotic 2000 to 2010 era stands as both thrilling and troubling. We witnessed some of the sport's greatest talents at their peak, and also at their lowest moral points. We cheered historic accomplishments, then cringed when truth emerged. MLB's most tumultuous decade showed us both baseball's beauty and flaws, leaving a legacy impossible to fully embrace or ignore. Ultimately, this decade forced fans and the league itself to grapple with complicated realities about heroes, integrity, and the true cost of winning. Baseball survived, yet its innocence was lost forever. The steroid era, unforgettable controversies, and heart-wrenching curses ensured that this period remains one of the most intriguing and controversial chapters in baseball's storied history. What do you remember most vividly from baseball's unforgettable decade? Which moment stood out to you? And did the steroid scandal change how you view your favorite players? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to click on the next video appearing right now.